Hi, I'm Diane. If you're looking for a crochet stitch for your next project, I've got one that I think you'll love. So grab your favorite yarn and a cuppa and let's get crocheting. I've got a lovely little stitch tutorial for you today, and it's this one, and it's called the Floret stitch. If I just tilt it slightly, you can see that it's slightly textured every other row. I've done this one in changing colours every row to give this beautiful effect. You don't have to change colours. This is what it looks like all in one colour, and I hope the camera can pick up just how lovely the texture is here. It's every other row, you've got this beautiful texture. So it looks flat on the other side, and the one side is textured. It's an easy 2-row repeat, and today I'm going to show you this one. If you are interested in doing this one with changing colours, it's lovely and light. I've done this one with a light category 3 weight yarn, a double knit, and a 4.5mm hook size. So it's just lovely for those summertime crochet projects. Okay, let's get started. So I've got the white and grey it's a double knit, category 3, I think, weight yarn, and I'm going to start with the white and a 4.5mm crochet hook. So we start with a slip knot. And the multiple for your foundation chain is a multiple of 2 plus 3 at the end. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and continue to make your foundation chain in a multiple of 2 until it's at the width you want your project to be, and I'll meet you there. So once you have your foundation chain to the width you want your project to be, I'm just doing a little sample today. Don't forget to add 3 extra chains. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so for row 1, we're going to make a double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook. Just bring the camera in there. So yarn over, 1, 2, 3, hook in, and make a double crochet. And then we're going to make a double crochet in every stitch all the way along this first row. So find your next stitch and make another double crochet. Okay, so continue along row 1 is a double crochet in every stitch all the way till the end of the row, So you can pause the video here, make your double crochets on row 1, and I'll meet you ready to show you how to do row 2. Okay, so as you can see, we're approaching the end of the row, and in this last stitch we're going to change colour. So to change colour, you can use any method you like, but I'll just show you this one. Yarn over in your original colour and start to make your last stitch. So put your hook in, then yarn over and pull up a loop, then yarn over and just pull through 2. Then we drop the white wool and we bring in the grey. Hook the grey wool over your hook and finish off your stitch by just pulling through those 2 loops. And you can either spend some time here just tying these 2 ends together to secure it, or you can just carry on. But now you can snip off your white. Ready to change colour at the other end. It's a little more work changing colour every row, but the effect is so very worth it. It does give a beautiful effect, because this row now, row 2, is the textured row. So first of all, chain 1, turn your work. And what we're going to do is skip that first stitch there and work into the second one with a double crochet. So yarn over, hook in under both legs of the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then in the next stitch we're going to make a slip stitch, which is hook straight in to that next stitch, yarn over, pull through your loop, and then pull the loop straight through the loop that's on the hook. And then in the next stitch we're going to make a double crochet again. So yarn over, next stitch, make a double crochet. And then in the next stitch is a slip stitch. Hook in, yarn over, pull through and pull straight through. The next stitch is a double crochet. So you've probably guessed by now, we're alternating along the row with a double crochet and a slip stitch. So double crochet, and then slip stitch. Double crochet, and slip stitch. So continue all the way along row 2, alternating between a double crochet and a slip stitch, and I'll meet you as we're approaching the end of the row. Okay, so we're approaching the end of row 2 and we have 1 stitch left, and again we're going to change colour. So get your white yarn ready. And again, we're going to start, we're ending on a slip stitch. So you put your hook in to start the slip stitch, but because the slip stitch is a very small stitch, we grab the white straight away, hook it over your hook, and then pull that through, and then pull that through to finish your slip stitch. Okay, and then take your scissors and snip off your grey wool. Again, if you want to just take a moment at this point to tie these two together, you can, but I'm going to crack on so this video is not dragging out too long. So that's row 2. Now moving on to row 3, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and turn your work, and there you see the beautiful texture from the double crochet and slip stitch. Now is another row of double crochets in every stitch, and we're going to start in, not in the one at the bottom of the chain, start in this one here. And if you find it difficult to see your stitches on this angle, which you will, you just turn your work up that way and you can see all of your stitches there, 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 there. So yarn over, find your first stitch and make your double crochet. And then if you just tip your work up there, you can see this little one here is your next stitch. So yarn over, put your hook into the next stitch, make a double crochet. Yarn over, and you can clearly see this one. Hook in, make a double crochet. So, and be careful not to miss these little ones here. See in between, there's sort of a little stitch and a big stitch. Don't miss the little ones there. So yarn over, find your next stitch, put in a double crochet. So we're going to continue along row 3, putting in your double crochet stitches. So here I wasn't sure where the next stitch was, so I tipped that up there, and there it is. So continue along row 3, putting in your double crochet stitches in every stitch along the row, and I'll meet you as we're approaching the end of row 3. So here we are at the end of row 3, and you'll notice your last stitch into the grey colour doesn't quite bring you to the end of the row. We are going to place our last stitch into that chain 1 turning chain. So, and we're changing colours. So start to make your last stitch. So yarn over, find that turning chain here, hook in, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Then we drop the white yarn and pick up the grey. Hook it over your hook and finish your stitch with the grey. And then snip off your white. And that is your row repeat. You repeat rows 2 and 3 over and over again till your project is the length you want it to be. So just a little reminder, row 2 is chain 1. Then you turn your work, and this is your textured row. So we start in this stitch here with a double crochet, yarn over, hook in, make your double crochet, and then the next one is a slip stitch. So you do your slip stitch, and then you do a double crochet. So row 2 is always your textured row where you alternate a double crochet with a slip stitch, and row 3 is your double crochet row. Okay, so you will continue along all the way to the end, and again changing colour, putting your last stitch in this turning chain, top of this turning chain here, and changing colours at the same time. And that is it. You can already see this beautiful, let's take the hook out. You can already see the beautiful textured pattern starting to emerge. I'll just tip it to the side. So yes, the changing colours is slightly more work, and you do have more ends to sew in, but it really is worth it because the finished result is just so pretty. You can see the texture, and obviously you can do it any colour you like. You could do some beautiful pastel colours for a summertime baby blanket. The back is perfectly acceptable. So yeah, so that's your floret stitch, and I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope it inspires you into designing yourself a beautiful blanket, scarf, jumper, or hot pad if you made it with cotton. Oh, the list is endless. It really is a beautiful stitch. So thank you for watching, and happy crocheting, and I will see you next time.